just watch Limitless with Chris Hemsworth, and it is a show. So for those who have never tuned into Ticket to Reality before, I am here with Emma, I'm here with Ryan, I'm here with Lee Swift, finalist from season 2 of The Circle on Netflix. We got our little reality TV podcast where we talk about all the different great reality TV shows out there, and Limitless is something that's kind of half reality TV show, half science documentary, and it's pretty damn cool. I'm just going to get right into it, and then we can just kind of talk about it. All three of you have seen the trailers for this, right? We've seen some Chris Hemsworth kind of getting us ready for this show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So diving right into it is like, it kind of felt like it would fit the vibe for Ticket to Reality for us. And so I was looking forward to covering it. And then when I got sent the screener for Agents of Fandom, I kind of thought this is perfect. Best of both worlds. Let's tie the two of these together. So Limitless with Chris Hemsworth is going to be coming on Disney Plus November 16th, and it'll be streaming. And this show is wild. So what I was worried about when I saw the trailers is just like, this feels super extreme. We got Chris Hemsworth sitting there being like, I'm going to push my body to the very limits of health. And I was worried that it was going to be kind of through the lens of like, this is healthy. What Chris is doing right now is healthy and everyone should be doing it. But they do a good job of balancing like, this is the purpose. Chris Hemsworth has the ability and the funds and the drive. He is the exception. He's the 0.1% here, and he is going to take the extreme to maximize the extreme body response that he can from things. And when you are at the point where you already are in the top 0.1% of the world of athletics, it does take some extremes to kind of reach the next level. Something for a regular person would literally be eating disorders sometimes would be just a regular day in the life of a professional athlete, or I guess 4. And so what's really cool about this one, the very first episode, it's all about stress and stressors. And so he talks about how in his daily life, he really struggles with essentially like panic attacks when just like, and what I identified with a lot was where he gets uncontrollable stress is when situations take him off guard. It's something that he had no ability to plan for, that then presents itself in front of him. That's what really stresses him out. And I identified with that big time, because that's the same for me. When I'm always, my brain's going a million miles an hour. And so when something that it hasn't thought of kind of pops up in front of me, that's what causes me anxiety. And so he takes it to the extreme. And that's what each of these episodes is taking it to the extreme. And so he goes through a variety of challenges, pushing his limits until the very edge, where the last one is you're going to walk across a beam 900 feet in the air, and you're just going to walk. You're going to face your stress head on and accept it. And that's how you are going to get past these stressors. And so the things he does training for these are just like, they are messed up. So like he'll have arms and legs tied together, and he'll be just like having to bob in a pool, and like they'll be telling him to do these challenges where he has to like go to the bottom of the pool, spring himself up, breathe 1 second for air, go down and do more stuff. And all the while it's just essentially trying to generate stress. And all the while he's doing these things, he's working with a psychologist, teaching him strategies to overcome the literal most possible stressful situations. This is where the extreme nature is in, right? And so with those extreme situations, we have her working with him and coaching him through how to be present, how to take on the task that is directly in front of you, so you're able to control those stressors and those environments. So the main goal for Chris is not just, I don't want this to affect my daily life, but I want to eliminate cortisol levels in my body so that I am as healthy as possible throughout my life and I can live as long of a life as possible. And they go through, this is where the scientific aspect comes in. They talk about what cortisol is, how it's produced in your body, what effects it has on your body when you have excess cortisol. And it talks about the different responses your brain has when you physiologically when you practice these different therapeutic strategies to be present in the moment. And I don't want to spoil too much as to like how he gets there throughout the other episodes, but the theme throughout it all is here is every day problem that Chris Hemsworth struggles with that everybody else is probably going to struggle with too. For the sake of TV and for the sake of him being literally able to accomplish these things, both physically and financially, we're going to do it to the extreme. We're going to show you the limits of the human body and see if Chris Hemsworth, Thor Odinson, is limitless. Whereas, along the way, we have experts kind of showing how you can utilize these same strategies in our lives to accomplish our goals and our tasks, help us with our own problems. So it gives us the fun, crazy reality TV aspect of an often shirtless Chris Hemsworth doing wacky, crazy things, and ties it in with some genuinely educational information as to what's going on with the body, how you can apply these into your everyday life in a non-extreme fashion. Overall, Limitless is a pretty darn cool show. Lee, I know you were planning on watching it beforehand. Did I get you more excited?
Yes. I have one question. So the way I deal with my extreme stress is chocolate cake and ice cream. Did he eat chocolate cake and ice cream?
We do not have an episode where Chris Hemsworth pushes the limits of how much cake and ice cream he can eat.
Okay.
But I do think that would be a pretty darn good episode of television, is like right after he concludes filming for Thor, like right after he doesn't have to look that way anymore. We just get a room with Chris Hemsworth and cake and ice cream, and just a shirtless Chris Hemsworth eats as much cake as he possibly can, and we see if he's truly limitless.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
No, you've got me so excited about it. I even more so than the trailer. So I can't wait for the date. Thank you, Disney Plus. It's going to be amazing. I know. I know it is. And I will have my chocolate cake and ice cream to watch it and eat. That's what I'll do.
And we'll talk about it more on the Ticket to Reality podcast. Make sure you check out Limitless with Chris Hemsworth, streaming on Disney Plus November 16th. And check out the Ticket to Reality podcast wherever you get your podcasts, as well as on the Agents of Fandom YouTube.